What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So I know it's a little bit of a change of scenery. We are in Los Angeles, so I'm recording this from the hotel. I wanted to get up as soon as possible. I'm recording it on a phone, so I do apologize about any quality or whatever difference. Our Wi-Fi here is bad, so I just want to make sure I got it recorded, get it up. I went to go see the movie Stuber last night, starring Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani. It's directed by Michael Dowse. It focuses on the character Vic, who is played by Dave Bautista. He's a cop. He loses his partner early on. His partner is killed by like a high-level drug dealer, and he spends his life, his time after that, just trying to avenge that person, get that person arrested, kill them. He's waiting for them to slip up. So he finds out early on that the person who killed him, that their case is being sent over to the FBI. He's LAPD. Whole movie takes place in Los Angeles. So he finds out his case is being taken over to the LAPD. He's upset about that. He wants to do it himself, but you know, it is what it is. That's what his boss tells him in the beginning of the movie. Now, early on, you can tell that he has a kind of a disconnected relationship with his daughter, and that has to do with his job. He just doesn't spend that much time with her, but she's trying to keep the relationship going. She has a big art show going on. She wants him to be there, and to make sure he does, she downloads Uber for him. Now, he's kind of an old guy, doesn't know how to use the apps, the whole thing. And on top of that, he's getting LASIK surgery done the same day. So that plays in kind to the comedy of the movie. Now, Kumail Nanjiani plays Stu, and that's the name, ties into the name of the movie. His name is Stu. He drives for Uber. He also works at like a sporting goods store. He's trying to make some extra money. He's got some love issues going on in his life. There's a woman he's like friends with, but he wants to go further. I mean, we've seen that done before. So anyway, as you can imagine, he is going to end up picking up Vic for Uber. Now, the reason he's picking him up is because Vic gets a call the day of his daughter's show, but he gets a call that the drug dealer dude is going to be making a drop, and he wants to get there. Now, he can't see anything. He just got LASIK done. So he's trying to drive his car. He's driving up on the sidewalk. That's all pretty funny, pretty cool. Then he has to call Uber. Stu is right there, picks him up. And Stu is just worried about getting his 5-star rating. He just doesn't want to fall below 4.0. Kumail Nanjiani is hilarious in this movie. He's very good. Him and Dave Bautista play off well together. I like their they had, I wouldn't say it was great chemistry, but it was solid chemistry. So he's basically taking him here, there, he's going to like low-level drug dealer's house. He's going to a strip club, and he's just going all over LA. And all he wants to do is get to this girl, because the girl called him, the dude she was dating. He's always there for like when she breaks up in a relationship. He's that type of dude. He's been doing that his whole life. So she calls him, and then she's like, oh yeah, I want to be with you. I want you to come over, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, I got to get over there. You know, this is a woman he has a crush on, he's in love with, but he can't. He's got Vic, and Vic has got bringing like drug dealers into the car. He's bringing pit bulls who got, you know, swallow drugs in there. That's all pretty funny, because he's got a leased Nissan Leaf. He's got this little weak car. So that was all pretty funny. But the longer the story goes, their bond grows tighter and tighter, and Vic is just like trying to toughen him up at the same time. Now, a good scene happened. Well, I wouldn't say a good scene, but it's a decent scene at the vet. So one of the drug dealers gets shot, but Vic is trying to get information from him. So he takes him to a vet, animal hospital, to kind of get the bullet out, but also to kind of get information out of him. That's a pretty good scene, because I like how Stu uses like social media psychologically to get information out of him. Like, I'm going to post this about you. I'm going to post this about you. I thought that was very funny and very well done. But now there's one thing I have a problem with in action movies, and that is like gunshots. They are inside this small back of a vet. One, I don't like that, because I'm worried about a cat getting shot or a dog getting shot, an animal getting shot. I could care less about these drug dealers and these delinquents. But like when there's gunshots going off, if it's right next to your ear, I fired a gun. Like, you're not going to be able to hear that well afterward. They never play on that. I guess they do maybe in some movies, but like most of them, there's just like these gun battles, and we're not talking bang bang. We're talking like machine guns and people just letting off clips, and like everybody's hearing is perfectly fine. Now there's scenes like this, and there's other scenes where like sometimes Vic can't see well, but then there's times where he can see well. You know, they kind of play with it a little well, but I'm gonna get into that with my likes and dislikes afterward. So anyway, they end up just going to they need weapons. So Stu works at a sporting goods store. He goes there. There's a good scene with him and Vic just going at it, fighting, getting into everything in the sporting goods store. It's a great scene, but there's a part at the end of that scene I don't like. And if you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. The boss of the sporting goods store is just there. Like, it's not like he came in like on security. He's got his outfit on. So like, I'm like, come on, man. It's reaching a little bit. So I thought the showdown with the big drug dealer was gonna happen at his daughter's like art gallery. That's where he was originally going to. I thought it was gonna happen there. It doesn't. It actually takes place just at a rant at like the drug location, which was cool. It ended up being really good. They did like a scene with like a bunch of Ubers coming at the end. I thought that was hilarious. You'll if you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's really well done. Like all the people that are mixing the drugs up, and they're in the back of a van. He's like, "Oh, y'all call Uber," and like all the Uber things come there all at once. That was pretty funny. But yeah, Kumail Nanjiani, he crushes it. I don't want to spoil the ending. The reveal of the villain or the kind of the twist, I'm not going to give that up to you, but I wasn't impressed with how it was revealed. I thought it could have been done a lot better. It was kind of just very, like, I like character building with my villains. And there wasn't a lot of character building with this. Now, you know, you have your standard comedic elements in this movie, so I'll just go over some of my likes and dislikes with the movie. It gets kind of predictable. You kind of know who's going to end up with who, like relationship-wise. That happens. I saw that coming from a mile away. But, you know, this isn't a sequel. It isn't a remake. It isn't a reboot. And I always complain we never get movies that aren't that anymore. So I'm gonna go along for the ride because I'm seeing they didn't reinvent the wheel. You know, I've seen these movies done before. Kevin Hart and The Rock, I believe, did one similar to, I think it was Central Intelligence, something like that. It's kind of that kind of vibe where you got a comedic character with like a big, you know, bad cop or like agent type dude, and the comedy plays with the one character's a little bit soft, other characters super tough. So we've seen it done before, but, you know, I didn't mind it in this one. I went along for the ride. Like I said, they're not reinventing the wheel. Don't expect to have your minds blown. You're not seeing 48 Hours. It's kind of a cheap ripoff of 48 Hours. If you have never seen 48 Hours and you like comedy cop movies, you must see 48 Hours. Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy are amazing in that movie. I think it's 80s, 90s, but that's a very good one. But, I mean, if you're going on a date this weekend, this is a new movie, I would recommend it. It's fun. Like I said, you're not going to see The Godfather here, but it's just a fun little movie. Nothing too crazy, but you get Kumail Nanjiani. I believe he's in Big Bang Theory and some other stuff, but he's absolutely funny. Dave Bautista, he's from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's in it. He's great. I like Kumail Nanjiani a little bit better, but yeah, overall, very good movie. Check it out, man. If you miss it, you're not missing anything big. When it comes out, I would definitely rent it on Redbox, a little date night movie, something like that would be cool. But yeah, definitely check this out. Let me know if there's any other movies you'd like me to review. I believe Lion King is coming out next week, so I will definitely be checking out that as soon as I can. I believe next Thursday. But hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are living well. Thank you very much for your time. Y'all be easy.